Hello, this is Malorian, our tactical team, talking about our brand new book that came out today. And the next thing I'm going to be touching on now is we're going to be doing war machines and just talking about the various ones we have. So we didn't gain any really from the last book. We have the Spear Cheka, we have the Rock Lava, we have the Doom Diver. That's pretty much it. They kind of changed where some of these things were. Now the special, we still have the Spear Cheka. However, now they moved the Rock Lava to rare. The main thing when you're trying to decide which to go with these, there's a few little changes. The Rock Lava changed in points a little bit, and the Spear Cheka made it so now it can actually misfire. They made it so on one bad stuff happens. So the main thing here is I guess it was kind of bound to happen just because this is such a steal for points. You know, a bolt thrower for 35 points. Another thing that was fantastic is that the Doom Diver got way more accurate. What happens now is that you place the actual little guy, the guy with the wings, and then that scatters. You can now correct that by D6 inches, not D3, in any direction. And the only thing that is now is that you have to go that full allotment. Now, any units then touched by that base get hit from him. So same thing as before, D6, strength 5 hits, no armor saves. But the big thing here is that, from what I'm seeing here, way more accurate, and there's also the ability to hit more than one unit. Only bad thing is that Doom Diver is really good against really elite units, and now we're seeing more Horde, not so great. The Rock Lavas are great against Horde. The only problem is that now it went to rare. But is that a problem? Because for me, I saw a lot of complaining about this, but to me, my rares, I don't get up to 25% into my list. We have our new Super Spider that I can see causing a little bit of trouble, but I don't even like to. I'll get to him later. But the main thing is I don't see this as a big deal. I find myself using way more the specials because in 8th it's usually those Horde stars that are winning the games for you, and Horde stars all come from your specials. Except for now we also have the one that's the Savage Big Gun one. But anyway, and then the last thing we have, the Cheka, does the same thing as before, killing monsters. You still see monsters in 8, still a good thing to have. So when it comes to what you're going to be taking for these, you know, how many war machines do you have? What's the right ratio? Well, the obvious and most simple answer I'll have to start off with is what's your own metagame, right? If you're against usually opponents that say they play Warriors of Chaos, they actually take a lot of knights, okay, take that Doom Diver, he'll be doing great. Or if usually against really elite armies, say like Lizardmen or High Elves, where the Doom Diver can still be doing lots, I'd be saying use that. If you're against armies that have lots of monsters, or chariots or things, I can see it's great to be going with the Spear Chekas. And if you're against usually a lot of armies with a lot of really weak guys, you know, toughness 3, small bases, almost no armor, go with the Rock Lava. Something I'm going to propose though that I've been playing with in my last few games is forgetting war machines altogether. I play a Horde army, so lots and lots of units, and I'm usually going across the whole board. Because of that, I don't really have any good spot to put my Chekas, and if I put my Chekas behind my line, then that does two things. One, it makes it so I'm at -2 to hit my target usually, and secondly, if I ever flee combat, a lot of times I kind of like frog jump off the board because of it. So I've been seeing less use from that. The Doom Diver and the Rock Lava can be fairly helpful for some of these big units. However, at the same time, again, I have trouble sometimes finding where to put them. Sure, you can put them in the back line, but at the same time, the points that I'm putting into buying these, you know, when the Doom Diver hits, it's going to be killing, let's say, 3 models. I usually find that I can get that with a character that I'm spending the same points on anyway. Because for the same points for getting a Doom Diver, I could be getting 2 and a little bit Night Goblin big bosses with great weapons. So I usually find I'm getting a lot more from that than from the shooting. Same thing with the rock lava. So the only time that this really changes is, let's say I'm up against something that, you know, sword masters or executioners, something that's really elite, really weak. Then I'd love to have these rock lavas. So the main thing I want to say there is just think about that. Think about taking no war machines. If you really wanted to do big damage to some big units, you're probably better off doing it through magic anyway. And for some of this stuff, for killing monsters, again, you're sometimes better off just going with characters, because typically, even with a good number of this stuff, you can't kill a monster before it gets into combat with you, and then you can't shoot into combat anyway. And stuff like dragons, where it's really critical to kill them before they get to combat, I don't really see those anymore. So maybe think about stopping, not taking any of those. If you were to take them, I would think that maybe you want to take 2 chukkas for every one of the other ones, just because the chukkas, you know, then you're kind of deciding you're going to go with monsters, and you want to put these somewhere. So maybe 2 of them and 1 of a rock lava, or if you really see hordes, maybe take 2 rock lavas and nothing else. But yeah, I'm really of the feeling that these are kind of phasing their way out, and really, if you're going to take only 1, take a rock lava. So there you have it. There's war machines.